Hey everybody, it's Uncle Doug. We're out at the farm today, and we're building a storage shed out of pallet wood. But unlike some other videos on YouTube where people take pallets apart and use the wood, we're using the whole pallets, and it's going to go up fast. It'd be super cheap. I think less than maybe $300. Anyway, here's the benefit we have other people don't have. We get donated 12-foot pallets, and we're real excited about this. My camera's acted funny, but this is essentially, as long as we're under 120 square feet, then we don't have to bother with zoning. And so what we're doing is we're going to screw some of these together, put plywood on the base, and then kind of create a barn-shaped A-frame kind of thing that will be insulated inside and lined with plywood on the outside and roofed. And right here we're building the cap that goes on the top. I'll show you a sketch of it later more as we go along, but it'll be a couple of days, but this should go up pretty fast. We've only been working on it for a couple of hours so far. Anyway, more later. Bye. Hey everybody, so here we are, Monday the 6th. There's Clay and Sam helping, and we're getting this base put together. We had to cut one of the pallets lengthwise. Here we got a little short one. I don't know why my camera's jumpy, sorry. And so that we are less than 120 square feet for the shed. And we're ringing it around with some 1-inch plywood. We got these sheets. I'll show you. They're from some industrial shipper that sells these sheets. They're inch thick, I don't know, 13-layer plywood, and we got them for like 50 cents each. So we're gonna cover the whole thing in that, and then a vapor barrier from a advertising banner we got for free from Billboards Company, and then some shingles we got for free, and then we got a door and window we got for free. So we'll see how this whole thing goes. We got a lot of scrap metal over here we still got to process and get in this big dumpster that's over here. Anyway, more later. Bye. Hey guys, here we are again working on the new cabin. Today's the 29th of February actually, and we're out here because the weather's really sweet and nice, and it looks like it's starting to warm up. But we're getting the plywood down the sides, we're getting the window up at the top in the loft, getting it covered in plastic. I'm hoping by the end of the day we have plywood on both sides. We still got to do the back and build the loft rafters in. I put 1x6s and they're not near strong enough. So, and they're old. So we're going to get some new 2x8s, do the rafters, and build the upstairs, and then we're going to panel it, and it'll be ready here pretty soon. So, getting closer. More updates later. Bye. Hey guys, here we are out at the farm, working on this A-frame cabin again. As you've seen in the past, we got a frame made out of these pallets, and then we stood them up, put one on top. We decided to stucco the front because Brother Bruce is here and he knows how to do it, so he's helping with that. We got donated everything except for some good 2x6s for the rafters to hold the loft up. So we've been out here today getting the back wall done and putting tar paper and the lath, which is this metal wiry stuff on the front to hold the stucco. And then we're learning how to mix up concrete and putting on the first coat, which is the scratch coat they call it, and he'll put it on and then kind of scratch it up with a rake so it has lots of teeth. And then we'll do a final coat that looks kind of like the stucco on the front of the cave entrance, and we'll be good. So we'll get another look at it tomorrow when we do the final coat, and then we're going to just put shingles coming down the sides and the top regular roofing shingles, I think, is the cheapest way to go. As soon as we get the back finished, then we'll just paint it on the back probably. And then we'll insulate it and finish the inside, and it'll make a great little meeting room or storage room or whatever we're going to do with it, or with the loft up above for more stuff. Anyway, more later. Bye. Hey guys, Uncle Doug. I'm out working the farm today. It's the 21st of October. We got a beautiful 80-degree day, and we're trying to take advantage of it before we hit wintry, nasty stuff. It's supposed to freeze later this week and then be in the 70s again. Go figure, Missouri weather. Anyway, we're working on a shed. We need a sort of a tool shed, utility shed. As long as we're under 120 square feet, we don't have to get zoning permission for it. And we pretty much finished with the cabin. You can see it, a little A-frame we built over there that is kind of a temporary, see what we can do with these pallets. We get these 10 and 12 foot pallets, and they're pretty good wall units ready to go. So what we're doing, we've just got to do the roof. We're going to do some roll sticky roofing on the cabin, and then maybe paint. And then we got to finish the inside. And then this shed, we've made a base with these big pallets, covered it in these 4x4 plywood squares we get for like $1. And then we're standing up plywood, big ones here, little ones in the back, and then we're going to do a chalk line and cut from the top of this one to the top of that one, and sawzall everything off that's unnecessary and do just one slant roof. Instead of doing an A-frame like this, it's a lot less roofing. I underestimated how expensive roofing is. So we're just going to do the one slant roof here. We'll have a door over here, and then finish the whole thing with plywood with slats covering the gaps in the plywood, and paint it. So we'll be all good. Anyway, so just showing you as we progress. I'm hoping we get pretty close to done today. We'll see how far we can get on the roof and everything else, but we're going to try. Anyway, more later. Bye. All right, guys. So this is how far we got today. We've got the door sort of framed in a little bit. We've got the verticals, the walls all in. We've got pallets all the way around up to 8 feet. Now what we're going to do, these are rafters. They're going to be for the roof. We're recycling out of some old deck boards that we got from somebody, but they're removing the bolts. But what we're going to do is it'll go from this corner angled down to this pallet back here. It'll be just a slope roof, and then these will go on joist hangers every 18 or 20 inches from there to there, going down toward the back, and then plywood, and then rolled asphalt roofing, sticky backed rolled asphalt roofing. And then once we cut it, we got to do a chalk line. I'm just focusing on my finger instead of we'll lay a chalk line from here back to here, and then cut that with sawzalls and circular saws. Cut all those pallets, and we already got a shelf in there, a sort of it's not a loft, it's just a shelf going across there about 8 feet, 4 foot by 8 foot, where we can store whatever. Rusty wants to do some painting and stuff and have a place for them to dry. Anyway, so we'll have this kind of night watchman cabin here, and then a deck, and there'll be an overhang maybe out over a deck where somebody could sit out at night and cook out and watch things and work in the shed on farm stuff that needs doing or whatever. So anyway, when we finish it, what we'll do is put trim along all the seams, and like you do on a house with sheeting, and then paint the whole thing. So we got 20 gallons of, there go the dogs. That's Elizabeth and Ari running around chasing each other. Anyway, it's gonna get cold the next couple of days, but then it'll warm up in 2 or 3 days. We'll maybe get back to it then. We're gonna put another layer of flooring down and raise the floor a little bit and make it a little more stable, and then get the roof on, and should be close to getting done. I'm hoping we have a warm day to paint it before winter, but we'll see see what happens. Anyway, there's Cindy and Aaron working, and this is another metal cage off of a tote like that one. We accidentally punctured. Somebody forklifted a hole into this tote, but we're going to use them for feeders for the animals like we did on a previous video. We'll show you that. This one's kind of mangled, but we'll bolt it to a pallet, and it'll work fine, and we'll show you that later. Anyway, more later. Love you. Bye. Hey guys, we're in the cabin. We're cutting this angle here. We've already cut some of these. You can kind of see where we cut at an angle coming down, and we're cutting this upper piece here. Then we'll have to sawzall some of the interior parts of the pallet that are hard to get to, but it'll fall off, and then we'll put some rafters down the center, put a roof on it, and be close to being finished. So more later. Bye. Hey everybody, here we are working on the shed again, and there's Aaron, and we got the rafters in, some old boards from a play set. You can see they've got holes from old bolts in them, but we're reusing everything. The plywood, we only spent $1.50 per half sheet of plywood, and so we're going to do the roof. It'll have a nice little overhang, try and keep the water off, and then we got some rolls of roofing that we found in the cave that we're going to put asphalt sheet roofing on top. And over here's the cabin. We did the other shed, utility space, whatever it's going to be. And we've got to still do the roofing on it. We got a tarp on the top, but we got to probably take that off and do the roofing straight to the plywood. And it's coming along. So hopefully the sun's getting ready to go down, but we want to get as many of these roof panels on as we can before it's too late. Anyway, more later. Bye. There's Rusty. Wave, Rusty. Hey, hey, he's doing fine. Hey everybody, this is Doug again. We're out, it's Thursday the 6th, and we're getting close to finish on the shed. We've got the roof on, and it's just a little slant roof. The whole thing is under 120 square feet, and we're using the plywood we got cheap. We got these half sheets of plywood for $1.50. They're inch thick, like 12-ply plywood. I got the door here, battle door, that's going to go on there. I just got to frame that up. We're going to do soda pop bottle lights for the daytime, which you can see on YouTube. They do, and if you Google pop bottle lights or whatever, it's pretty cool. Kind of fiber optic way to light a space like this. So we got to get the roof covered. Then we're going to do trim. Then we're going to paint it. The whole thing. We got to get some adhesive glue. I had to get a bucket of screws. All the pallets were free. The wood was super cheap. I think we'll be, you know, $100, $150 or something like that for this. So anyway, let me show you inside. The lighting with this phone is pretty good. It's getting dark out here more than you realize. Rusty's going to feed the animals. Anyway, so there's the roll roofing we found in the cave. Didn't have to buy that either, but I think we got to buy an adhesive, because if it was sticky one day, once upon a time, it's not sticky anymore. So we're just getting it sealed up around the sides and the back, and then all we got to do is finish the door in the front, put the trim on it, put the roof on it, and paint. So, and then Rusty's going to have a workbench in here, and then we're going to have shelving and probably one of our locker units on the outside where people can lock up tools they want to keep around themselves and stuff too. So anyway, here we are working, and then there'll be a big deck here in front so you can bring tools out and work on this surface. It'll all be covered with plywood like that, and so you step up onto there, and then there'll be a step to go into the night watchman hut, where you can look out the window and keep an eye who's coming up the road, or if the animals get loose or whatever. So anyway, we're getting close. I'm trying to get backed up so you can see it more. That you can see in right here doesn't matter, because this is not an insulated structure, and we're going to put this trim stuff like you do on houses when you put in between the sheeting, you put trim and stuff, and then you caulk it so rain doesn't get in and whatever. So there'll be trim all up along there, down the corners and the things, and then crossways covering all those seams, and maybe at the bottom too to kind of finish it off so it looks complete. And we'll paint the whole thing, and it'll be nice. So anyway, keep watching. More coming. Bye. Hey everybody, it's I don't know, Wednesday the 11th, I think, of November. So we're out here again. There's Aaron. Wave, Aaron. Hey, working on the roof. Adrian is in Arizona for a wedding, so Israel came to help. Yesterday we were out here spreading black adhesive and then using this roll. There's a roll over there of this roofing for sheds and stuff. That's the cheapest way we found to do this. We've still got to roof the top of this one up here, and then we're trying to decide if we should just paint the sides or roof them too. But what we do is just run them starting at the bottom, and you run them across this way and overlap them like shingles would, so the water rolls down, and then run them around over the edge a little bit and staple them over. So we're just trying to secure them now so wind won't get up under there, and it'll protect the plywood edges some. So hopefully it'll last, until Jesus comes back. And we got our lights in here. I'm not sure how hopeful that one's going to be because the overhang keeps the light out of it, but the one on the back side should be providing a lot of light right now with the sun pointed right at it. I will go in there and I'll show you in a minute. Anyway, more in a minute, where I'm going to move the tractor, and then I'm going to get off and show you inside. Bye. Hey everybody, there's Rusty.
Hey!
We're inside the shed. We got a fan running to dry it out because there's some water in here. Got the door mostly closed. We got a little drying rack shelf up above. He wants to do some painting. Maybe, I don't know, he'll sell them on the website to you guys. I don't know. Anyway, here's one of the lights, and it's pretty dark in here. This camera does pretty good. We see all that light right there is coming from that water bottle right there that's sticking through there. And I don't know if it's 100 watt, but I bet it's 60 watt. What do you think, Rusty?
Yeah, 60.
Anyway, we're in this is a pretty dark little room here, but we got a workbench in here, and compressor will cut a hole through the wall and people can pull up next to it and air up tires, but we don't have to worry about them mishandling the compressor. And we got a couple more bottles ready for some more lights. We'll probably put another one right above or right below this one over here because it catches the sun in the morning real good. I think this one will catch in the afternoon, and then we got one up there, and we're going to put another one up here that'll catch it in the afternoon. So we still got to put door stops around for the door and insulate it a little bit, but that's all coming. So anyway, it's going pretty good. We're just under 120 square feet, so as far as zoning is concerned, we don't have to ask permission, and it'll be a handy little building for us for tools and workshop for Rusty and whatever we need. Anyway, more later. Bye.
Aaron, you want a sweet tea or something? Or a parrot?
Hey guys, here we are getting, there's the shed is outside is done, the roof is on, and Israel's spraying it with his fancy schmancy spray rig here. And we got a deck built and a rolling workbench. Rusty's roof is leaking, that's why we got a tarp on it, and we got to get up there and tar some little holes in the top of this old Tioga that this is one that we got in Oregon to bring the animals and Shane's family and everything out here, and they had it for a while, and then donated it back to the ministry. So anyway, I'm just sitting chilling for a minute, the noise you hear is a bearing going out on the air conditioning pulley on my GMC truck. And here's the geese fiddling around. Come here, buddy. Come here. Anyway, getting a lot done. It looks a mess now because we've been in work site here, but we'll get all this cleaned up, and we're getting this metal dumpster loaded, and it'll be great. So we thought about painting the trim a different color, but it's kind of more work, and we got free paint, so you know, we'll just do what we got, use what we got. Anyway, more later. I'll show it to you when you're all finished. Bye. Alright, so here we are. We'll probably maybe do some accent color later, or graffiti it or something, but we got the bottles all taped off, and we found another 5 gallon of the same or very similar paint, and we just got the side next to the Arvita paint, but there'll be some overspray, but it doesn't matter. So anyway, thanks for coming on this journey with us. I think all told, between the stuff we bought new, we're maybe about $350 to build this thing, something like that. So most of it was salvage stuff. The plywood panels were $1.50 at the Restore for Habitat. The trim was $150. The roofing was $67. Some screws, and that was about it. So I think probably we're somewhere around $300 to get the thing done, and have a good, super solid building here for the farm. And it's way too heavy to lift with the tractor, but you could drag it. It's on a platform just like this deck here, and you could throw a chain around the whole thing and probably drag it, or move it to one side or spin it around or something if you needed to. So anyway, more later. Bye. And here we have Brady and Sean sword fighting in the horse arena. Another night on the farm.